Hello and welcome everybody to the Social Today show, which is all about social media, and starting the week with some social media news for you. That's what we always cover on a Monday. Basically pointing out the news, stats, information, changes to social networks, all that sort of thing that has happened over the past year. Question straight in from Joe there. What's your IQ? I have got absolutely no idea. All I can say is that when I've taken IQ tests in the past, I kind of think the questions and answers are often wrong from the ones that they're supposed to be. So that probably probably isn't a good sign at all. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Sue. Good morning, Nigel. So, like I was saying, social media news today. Just a bit of problem accessing my notes. So let me just see if I can sort that out. So yeah, I've got the notes here, and quite a bit of news for you. In fact, this morning. So basically, going to focus on the usual things, some stats. Changes to social networks, what this means for businesses, brands, social media people, and marketeers. So let's kick off with Facebook. So interesting stat from Facebook: a staggering 100 million hours of video is now uploaded to watched on Facebook each day. So yeah, that is a big number. So kind of ties in with Mark Zuckerberg's prediction that the vast majority of content on the newsfeed is soon going to be video, as opposed to text and picture updates. Good question. It is very sunny here again. Been sort of lucky with the weather actually. When I've been doing these broadcasts, certainly this time of day, but the usual pattern is that weather tends to deteriorate throughout the rest of the day. Even give you a bit of a glimpse of the weather outside. Why don't I do that? There you go. Let's quick look at the street, and you can see a bit of there. Okay, so. Another very interesting stat regarding video. We all know that the sort of advice when you're making videos is to make them shorter, increasingly shorter really, because people's attention spans are so short these days. They just can't focus on anything for a very long time at all. And a survey by Facebook and Nielsen in terms of video ads revealed, good morning Welsh Honey, where in Wales are you from? Revealed that 47% of the value of a video ad is delivered in the first 3 seconds. Pretty incredible, such a early part of the video there. Facebook, more video news, have announced a new auto captioning feature, so that's pretty handy for video ads. Actually, I think possibly even videos as well. So this is where, and I find this quite a lot actually, I'm quite tempted to watch a video, but because I can't listen to the sound, because I haven't got my headphones with me, it'd be quite handy to have captions. So this auto caption feature is going to be handy to be able to just click a button and add captions so people can follow the narrative of your video. Good morning Rita. I'm not quite sure whether that's for videos or video ads. Possibly both. So we're very excited about, well certainly I am, about the potential launch of Facebook Live, as it's now seemingly called, / Facebook Moments. There does seem to be a bit of confusion about the name. So this is basically Facebook's version of Periscope. Seems to be going great guns in the US and widely available over there. Good morning, Laura. Welcome to the show. Good morning, Secret Churro. So yeah, it's available on iOS out in the States and now Pages Manager. So basically what this means is that just like I'm doing now, from Facebook and from Facebook Pages Manager, you can just kick off a live broadcast. There's just a little looks like a little man with some broadcast lines coming out of him, and you just click that as opposed to the uploading picture icon, uploading text icon, and away you go. You can just broadcast live from Facebook, but only in the US. So we'll wait to see when that comes to the UK, but certainly could be a very big thing. It seems to be becoming a big thing in the US and also in the UK. So moving on to LinkedIn news, keeping the order in terms of user numbers. LinkedIn now way bigger than Twitter, and I'll come on to that. Some very interesting user numbers from Twitter out last week. So LinkedIn also having a few problems. Their shares tanked 40% last week. Basically, they put out some low growth forecasts that the investors weren't very happy with, so massive sell-off of their shares. And they also announced that they're no longer advertising outside of LinkedIn. So you used to be able to put an ad, set up an ad in LinkedIn, that would be displayed within LinkedIn, but also outside on a ad network, as it's called, but that has now been withdrawn. Moving on to Instagram, again a bigger social network now than Twitter. It's now full account switching, so you've been able to switch accounts on iOS devices for a while. So if you're a social media manager or you have 2 accounts on Instagram, you could easily switch. I think this was introduced about 3 months ago, because it used to be a real pain having to log out and log back in again. But now that's available on Android devices as well. So if you've got a couple of accounts, you don't need to log out and log back in. Yeah, good news indeed. That should be available right now. And just be careful if you are managing different accounts for yourself or other people, of course, to make sure the classic mistake of posting the wrong update, or indeed it's possible to do from Twitter as well. Tweeting the wrong update, posting the wrong update on Facebook, Instagramming the wrong update on Instagram, thinking you're on one account when you're in fact on another, could lead to an awkward situation. So make sure that you are on the account that you think you are on. Yeah, I think we've all made that mistake. Secret churro. So what else have we got here? Video view, and video view numbers, that's a new one. So as you may or may not know, you can broadcast up to 15 seconds of video on Instagram, and you'll now be able to see the numbers of how many people have viewed your video. And when you're looking at other videos, scrolling through your timeline on Instagram, you'll be able to see the number of people who viewed those videos. So that might make a decision whether you watch the whole of the video or not. Moving on to Twitter, so pretty, I would go as far as say, shocking news from Twitter last week. Like I say, they're now the 4th largest social network behind Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And for the first time ever, in fact, I think for the first time on any social network, their user numbers have actually declined. So they lost 2 million users between the 3rd and 4th quarter 2005. So very, very bad, possibly serious news for Twitter there. And share price went down once again. So it's lost, don't know the exact percentages, but it's lost loads basically. Twitter is, it has to be said, is struggling. Good morning, Grant. Welcome to the show. Good to have you on here. But one positive ray of light from Twitter is that their advertising revenue is now, it equates to basically $2 per user, and it is on the rise. So at least that's a positive there. Mentioned last week the big news that Twitter was thinking about, rumoured to be introducing an algorithm. Well, it does seem to have slipped under the radar somewhat, but they've done it. They have introduced an algorithmic approach, and it is there on Twitter. But perhaps it slipped under the radar a little bit because it is not default. So you have to go into your settings and switch it on. So basically, go into your settings, switch that on, and according to Twitter, the best tweets that you have missed will then appear at the top of your timeline. So this is a very different approach to reverse chronology, which is how Twitter works at the moment. It's a similar approach to something that's called something like what you've missed on Twitter. So that still remains, but this is a bigger sort of like version and permanent version of that once you switch it on. And I've had to play around with it, and quite frankly, it's rubbish. It just doesn't do anything for me at all. It seems to be best tweets. I strongly disagree with that. I'm just getting stuff that isn't even around sort of usual stuff that I followed, not around celebrity stuff really. I've had loads of people retweeting Kanye West and Beyonce and stuff, which I never normally look at all. It's fine if you're into that sort of stuff, but if the algorithm is supposed to be personalising the content for you, it's not doing a good job for me. And I also sort of struggle with the out of sync nature of it as well. I guess being on Twitter for 5 or 6 years and knowing the reverse chronology approach, it's just weird, sort of seeing tweets come in from 2 or 3 days ago and that sort of thing. But you can you can change it in settings, so do go in and do that, and let me know how you get on with it. And who knows, Twitter might force it upon us one day and make it the default. So the default could be that you switch it off. Obviously, as they should learn from preferences, so maybe it'll get better over time. But let's face it, Twitter have got an awful lot of data on me, and it doesn't seem to be doing the job right now. But see how you get on. I think the message for businesses is the same message that I bang on about in workshops and my training really. It just enhances that message, the importance of engagement. Because if Twitter's using this algorithm now, just like Facebook and LinkedIn are, you've really got to make sure that your posts, tweets and updates are engaging, that people are liking, commenting, sharing and clicking on them, because that is going to be the major factor for Twitter to show these tweets in your in this new feature, which I think they're calling. I think it's got a name actually. They didn't actually give it a name in the announcement, but if you go into settings, yeah, it's called timeline personalization. So yes, they're going to be using engagement, but is that personalisation? Because from what I've experienced, it doesn't seem to be. For all the hullabaloo about Twitter change, it's not even worth bothering about now. Yeah, in terms of it doesn't seem to be a big deal, the fact that you have to switch it on, and I don't know what you make of it, Grant, if you have switched it on and what you think, but it'd be interesting to see. Thank you for sharing Mariah's Yoden, much appreciated. And just finally, two more things. Finally, on Twitter, they've introduced a new ad format, desperate for revenue now. So they've got this feature called new advertising feature, First View. So basically, you can have a video ad, and that video ad will be set up to displayed on the very first viewing when somebody goes in, logs into Twitter. How does this work on TweetDeck? I don't know actually. I assume it doesn't at the moment because there was nothing. I read the whole of the Celeb Fest. Yes, absolutely. That's interesting. You're finding it's a Celeb Fest because those are the tweets people are engaging with, but that doesn't make it personalised, does it? So, bit of a problem. But nevertheless, I think we should keep on banging the drum about making your tweets as engaging as possible. Yeah, good news if you don't want it on TweetDeck, because I don't think it's actually there. So just to recap on the First View thing, Twitter ad, video ad, it's displayed right there when you log into Twitter or you log into the app. So as a brand or business, you can pay to put that ad there. I must say, I've experimented with Twitter ads a lot for myself and clients, but not the video ads. So perhaps that's something that I'll be getting into more. And if you've got experience with video ads, do let me know. So finally, just going to finish with a number of the week. So my number for this week is 1 billion. That's due to the fact that both Gmail and WhatsApp have now announced that they have a staggering 1 billion users. So actually, with my definition, neither Gmail or WhatsApp are social networks, but I just thought I'd throw those stats in because it's all sort of tech stuff. So pretty amazing. And of course, WhatsApp is it's all relevant, isn't it? WhatsApp is owned by Facebook, so there's some relevance there. Gmail is owned by Google. We've got Plus, social networks, so it's all kind of like tied in. But yeah, staggering 1 billion users for WhatsApp and Gmail email accounts. So that's it for today. Do let me know how you get on with the new Twitter personalization, inverted commas, if you do dare to try it. You can put it on in the settings. Snapchat, funny enough, I'm giving an interview on Snapchat today. Journalist phoning me about Snapchat. I don't think it's a huge thing for businesses, and personally, in terms of advice, I sort of like to focus on the big five, really. So for me, that's Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Pinterest. But yes, Snapchat does seem to be used a little bit by big brands, and I say that I think that's really where its only real sort of value is, I think, from a marketing perspective, not really for small companies right now. So that's it for today. Thanks for your questions and comments this morning. Much appreciated. Yeah, at least I agree with you totally, but you don't have to have it if you don't want it. I think the big brouhaha would be, which was the fear, that they would sort of have it as the default option, so it would be there, and you'd have to switch it off. And not sure not quite sure what, a bit of a typo there, possibly, Grant. But do catch up with me on Twitter at intranetfuture. You can also reach me on live chat and other communication mechanisms via intranetfuture.com. Yeah, I agree with you. I think they are panicking. They are desperate to both increase their user numbers and also to obviously increase user numbers, and therefore the advertising boost revenue for their investors. One more thing on Twitter news, actually. I noticed on iPad this week. I'm not sure if it's for small business. I think there's something. Yeah, I agree. Something in it for brands, but perhaps not for small businesses. Talking about Snapchat there. Yeah, Twitter. Let's keep the conversation going while the questions are coming in. Twitter, yeah, another feature on Twitter. I noticed that on iPad app, certainly in the UK, my Moments tab came into play this week. So Twitter Moments. I quite like Twitter Moments, to be fair. It does sort of give a bit of narrative there, collates tweets around a particular subject. So Moments, it's been available on the web for some time, and Android. I think it's available. I'm sure I've noticed it on Android for a while. Let me just check. But now available on Apple, assuming on iPhone as well as iPad too. So let's just go in and see whether Moments is here. Oh, actually, hold on, I'm on the wrong. Sure how my Twitter's working there. No, actually, it's not available. Moments not available on Android yet. Guess just so used to seeing it on the desktop. So no doubt coming soon. Now available on Apple devices as well as the desktop. So thanks everybody for watching. Have a great day. I've just got a couple of meetings today and doing some prep for the workshop I've got later this week. That should be an exciting one, actually, at is it East or West? No, West Midlands Safari Park. So going up to the Midlands for that. So looking forward to that one. Talking to them, their marketing team, social media people, about a whole bunch of advanced stuff. So that'll be exciting. So doing some prep for that, as well as a couple of meetings. Whatever you're doing today, have a fantastic day and a good start to the week. And I'll be back tomorrow with a social media tip for you. So same time tomorrow, 8:45 GMT. We're here every weekday with lots of social media good stuff. So I just noticed quite a long show today, 20 minutes. So probably time for me to swipe down and say goodbye.